Hello and welcome all my dear second standard little champs. Welcome once again in the grammar lecture. I hope that in the previous grammar lecture you have solved chapter number 3 vocabulary part in which we learned compound words. Now I hope that you enjoyed that lecture and you have even solved the questions which you were asked to solve it on your own in the homework. In all, the questions were not more than 3 to 4, which I asked you to solve it on your own. And I am very happy to see the answers in my WhatsApp number for the students who have done it on their own, and 99% of the students which they have solved the answers are right. So I am very grateful to the students who are watching the lectures properly and who are sending the homework, and really happy for them that they are trying their level best to grasp the topic from the lecture. My dear students, now today's lecture is also going to be as interesting as the lecture of chapter 3 vocabulary part was. Yes, for that lecture many of the students have given me the feedback that so we enjoyed this a lot. We got to know that what was compound word. We never knew that. In today's lecture we are going to restart the chapter. Mark my words, restart the chapter which we have done long back. Again the same thing like as we have done in chapter 3. This chapter, why we are going to start it again? Because many students at that time were not having the books. They did not watch the video. So now this lecture might be included in the final exam. That is the reason why I am taking up this lecture. Now you will say that, sir, this chapter, but which chapter are you talking about? So let us see what is today's plan. Today we are going to start with a new chapter from the vocabulary part of the grammar textbook, which is chapter 6, opposites. Have you heard this word opposites? Many of you might be smiling right now that yes, we have heard, sir, what is opposite we know. You might be knowing what is opposite, but you might not be knowing that which are the opposite words for the certain words which are difficult for you, not for all the words. So in this chapter, starting from the easiest word till the toughest word in your grade standard 2, you will see different words and different exercises which are prepared for you to solve it. I know that the students who were very regular from the beginning, they might have written the answers for this, but many of you still were having the doubts. Now as this chapter might be included in the exam, so it will be a kind of revision for those who have done it previously. So now I hope that you are ready with your grammar textbook. If so, then please open page number 63 of your grammar textbook and hold a pencil in your hand so that you can solve it when we are solving it in the lecture. Now your question might be, sir, we don't have textbook. Few students might be telling like that. What you can do is you can just solve it in your rough book, correct? This is what we always do. As in this are these exercises, questions and the answers both are very small. Sometimes the sentences are there in which I ask you to just write the answers. But otherwise you can write the question and the answer in the same time because I give you the sufficient enough time in the lecture itself. In fact, I try to give you the time in one lecture that you can solve it by watching the lecture. You don't have to watch it second time. And my only and only try always is that once if you watch the lecture second time, you don't have any query. This is only possible when you are capable to grasp the topic, when your 100% attention is in the lecture, when you are mentally present in the lecture. So this will not happen only if you are holding the mobile phone or the television sets you are having and you are looking here and there and just beating the bushes with the different people. Only for half an hour if you give your mind here, you are totally ready. I am telling you that you will have to just revise it once during the exam. Let us get started anyways with this. Before we start, I have few instructions to give here in this lecture. As this chapter is done long back, especially it is done again as to solve the exercise because many of the students did not solve when we solved it at first. Understand the concept and solve the answers. Please try not to mug up the answers, not to read and by heart the answers, not at least in the grammar. Grammar is the practical subject in which you will have to understand the topic and have to increase your vocabulary. Only then will you be able to get the mastery and the grip on this subject. Write and read whenever asked. Whenever you are asked to read with me or repeat after me or understand the question, you have to do that in the lecture. Now, I am going to display the textbook on the screen. I hope that you all are ready to once again go in the world of the opposites. No, we are not going to go inside the world, any other world. There is in fact no other world in the existence for the human beings. We are going to dive into the chapter of vocabulary number 6. Let's get started with the chapter number 6, vocabulary opposite words. So this is your textbook, chapter number 6, from vocabulary part, opposites. Are you ready? I hope all the dear students watching right now the lectures are very ready to understand what is opposites. Students, you might be having idea of opposites because in your English grammar you might be doing opposite words in the lessons also in the previous classes. In the junior classes you might have learned opposite words. So let us see, look at the pictures, read the words. Hot, cold. Right, wrong. Small, big. Far, near. Can you notice something? If this cup is hot, this glass is cold. If this is right, this thing is wrong. To throw the banana peel in the dustbin is right, to throw it on the road is wrong. This ant is small in the size, whereas the elephant is big in the size. This tree is very far, but this tree is very near. So all these words which are standing on the opposite sides are the opposite words, are different from each other, totally different from each other. One is sky, then the other is the earth. This is the opposite. One is left, then other is the right? So this way one cup is hot, this is hot, but this is cold. Both are different from each other, right? This thing what you are doing is the right thing, but this is what you are doing is wrong. Ant is small in the size, whereas the size of the elephant is big. Again opposite from each other, again different from each other. So these pairs of the word tell us the difference in things. If you compare the tree, what is the difference? This is far and this is near. If you compare the size of these two, what is different? This is small and this is big. If you compare the activity, this is right activity, this is wrong activity. Again, if you compare these two kind of liquids, tea is hot, juice is cold. So this shows the difference between the two things. So these pairs of the words tells us the difference, what is the difference in these things, and these are called the opposites. Now sometimes your aunt or your uncle visits your house, they say that you and your brother or you and your sister are totally opposite from each other. One is very shy and another is very much talkative. One is always happy and the other is always angry. So are opposite from each other, right? So person, animal, anything can be opposite from each other. Now I hope that you have understood the concept, what is opposite. So let us solve the exercise in which many words might be very similar to what you have read previously or any time, or many words are very familiar to you. So what you have to do, you have to find the opposite of these words on the right hand side, and you have to match the pair. This is going to be very interesting and easy. So first of all, to find the opposite of the word, you should know the meaning of that word. Yes? Let's get started. I will help you out. I hope that students who are going to solve it in their rough book, they have given the heading Chapter 6 Vocabulary Exercise 1. Those who are going to solve it in the textbook itself, they don't have to worry about. They can just hold the pencil, open page number 64 and start solving it with me. So let's get started. A. Cheap. What is the opposite of this word cheap? You will say that, sir, we do not know what is the meaning of cheap. So let me tell you, students, cheap means, there are many meanings here, but here we will understand the meaning of cheap as the things which are lower in the price if we want to buy it. The things which are less in the price. The things for which we do not have to give much price compared in the money. So if something is cheap in the price, what could be the opposite? Obviously high in the price. So what is the word we use when some prices are high for some or the other thing? What is the word we use for that particular thing which is having the high price? So the answer is expensive. Something, if we say it is an expensive, that means it has a very high rate. Say for an example, if you bought a mobile phone, if it is of 1 or 2,000, it is cheap in the rate. But if it is of 20-25,000, it is very expensive. If you are just purchasing any toy, and if a toy comes in the 50 or 100 rupees, then we call it as a cheap toy. That means it is low in the price. But if that toy is of 500 or 600 rupees, it is really expensive. Let me show you one picture by which you can easily understand what is cheap and what is expensive. So here is one picture for you. As you can see, car and bicycle. So here cheap is written for the bicycle. Bicycle is very good for the health. But if we compare it with the car, which is cheaper? Obviously cycle is cheap because we can buy it in the 4,000, 5,000 or maximum 10,000. Yes, expensive bicycles are now there, but at least it is not in the rate of the car. But car, if we purchase 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs and so on, the prices go on as you buy the luxurious car. So obviously car is high in the price when we want to buy it, but bicycle is not. So bicycle is cheap and this is expensive. I hope now you understood by looking at the pictures. So let us write the answer here. We will just write A besides expensive. Okay, so that we can mark the answer. So A is cheap, which we have written here for the expensive. Now coming on to clean. Don't you know what is the meaning of clean? Yes, you are very smart. You already know what is the meaning of clean. To keep something very much clear, to don't have the mess in something, and to keep something at the perfect places. So what is the opposite of clean? Okay, some of you might be giving me the answers right now. So anyways, the opposite of clean is dirty. So let me show you again one picture. I hope children you can see the picture. On the left hand side, this picture shows the clear hands, clear shirt, t-shirt, and the boy who is very clean. But on the right hand side, see the dirty hands covered with the muds, and so is with the t-shirt, and so is with the boy. So when you go out to play in the ground, you become dirty, your clothes becomes dirty. When you fall down, your hands, your legs, and everything becomes dirty. But when you come home, your clothes are washed, you wash your hands, and you take the bath. So you become like this, right? So this is what shows that these things are clean, but here on the right hand side, the things are dirty. So let us match the answer clean, dirty. We will write option B with the first answer. Okay. Now deep. No, it is not a name of a boy, but here deep. That means something which has very much space below it. So what is the opposite of that? The opposite of deep is shallow. Yes, if you say that the well in my farm is very deep, but if it is not deep, if it is only of 2 or 3 feet, you say it is shallow. Again, the swimming pool, it can be very deep. It can be at the height of 10 or 15 feet down. But if the swimming pool is only at the height of 3 or 4 feet, then we say, oh, it is shallow. Let me show you one picture and the example. See students, can you see 2 monkeys? One is happy and one is crying. Why is the monkey on the left hand side crying? Because he is going to drown inside the water. He is going to get inside the water and he is afraid. He wants to come out, but the water is very deep. The hole is very deep. So he is very afraid to get inside the hole. And can you see this monkey is happy? Why is he happy? Because the water level is just at his feet, not even above his knees. So this hole is not very deep. It is called shallow. That is why opposite of deep is shallow. He is standing very easily in this water because there is the ground just after 1 or 2 feet. But here this monkey is very afraid because he can get inside the water at any time because the water hole is very big inside. Now I hope you understood what is the meaning of deep and shallow. So let us move towards the next word after writing the answer for this. I hope that you too are writing the answer. Students, those who are writing in the rough book, what they can do is cheap equals to expensive, clean equals to dirty. They can write like this. And then deep equals to shallow. You can write like this. Let me write the answer here. So we will write C here because it matches with the question C. Now next is far. Now find the answer for it. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Did you get the answer? What is the opposite of far if something is very far? So what do you say? What do you use the word if something is not far? Something very close to you in the distance. What do you use for that? Yes, obviously the question D should be matched with near. So opposite of far is near. Again, let me show you one picture. You can see the picture depicting far and near, both the opposite words. You see, this tree is very far. The sun is very far from us. But this tree is very near. Correct? Again, when you are sitting, your mobile phone or your television, TV will be very much near to you. But if you see, the school is very far from you right now. Correct? If you compare. So this is what far and near means. Now I hope that you understood the meaning of far and near. Next is fast. Yes, you all know what is the opposite of fast because in the class I ask you to write fast, but you write very slow. So opposite of fast is slow. Let us write the answer here. Question E, fast matches with this option, slow. So fast, slow. I hope that students, those who are solving in the textbook, are solving in this way only. Next one is fat. To whom do you call fat? Rohan sir is fat? No. Jokes apart, what is the opposite of fat? Fat means the person, you just point out the person who has a big stomach, big belly, big legs, and he is very much heavy in the weight. You call that person fat. So what is the opposite of that? Find out the answer from here. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So what is the opposite of fat? Let me write the answer. So the opposite of fat is thin. Okay, again let me show you one picture. So this is the picture in which you can see that the boy on the right hand side is very fat, but the boy on the left hand side is thin. See, the boy on the right hand side, his stomach and his face, it looks like it has swollen. It looks like his hands and legs are also swollen. But the boy on the left hand side, he is very thin. So this is fat and thin. Now, next is full. Oh, you say my stomach is full. I have eaten lots of things. So what is opposite of that? If it is not full, then what is it? Your time starts now. Try to find out the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you get the answer? So opposite of full is empty. So let us match question G with empty. Now you see the example is right here. This basket is empty because nothing is there inside that. But this basket is full of fruits. See, fruits are filled up right from the bottom till the top of the basket. So when anything is filled up till the top of that, till the mouth of that container, we call that full. Now when you eat the food and when you eat it very much, when you feel very heavy from the stomach, you say I am full. But when you are very hungry, you say my stomach is empty, because you need to just insert the food inside it, right? So this is what full and empty means. Next is good. Oh, sir gives you good in your book, right? When your handwriting are good, when you submit it on the time. So what is opposite of that? When you don't submit the book, when your handwriting are not good, what do I write? Your time starts now. Find the opposite of that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. See students, good we can use in different ways. We can say that you are looking good, we can say that your handwriting are good, we can say that your clothes are good, we can say that your nature is good. Good is used in many ways. So what is the opposite of that? Bad. Okay. This boy is good, this boy is bad, this girl is good, this girl is bad. You use these words, right? So question H matches with bad. Second last one, happy. Oh, when you are smiling, when you are laughing, when you are very happy, you are very ecstatic. So what is the opposite of that? If you are crying, if you are not happy, which word do you use to express that kind of emotion? Your time starts now. Find out the opposite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 0. Did you get the answer? Now say for an example, you say that, oh, today is my birthday, I'm going to get many gifts, I'm very happy. But when you say that, oh, I have got very less marks this time in the exam, now my father is going to scold me, I'm very sad. That is what you use, right? So opposite of happy is sad. Let me match the answer. You can see here, these are the smileys. This face shows that it is very sad condition, but this shows that it is very happy. So this is very sad and this is very happy. So that is why these two are the opposites. The last one is in the match the following is high. Obviously the opposite of that is low. Let me first write the answer. I hope the students who are writing in the rough book, they were writing the answers, because here you have to write down and keep the answers with you, high and low. So when you are standing on the 10th or the 11th floor of the building, you say, oh, it's very high, this terrace is very high. You are afraid of the heights, right? But when you are standing on the first floor or on the ground floor, do you say it is high? No, it is low. Even if when someone is playing the music on 10 or 20 number, you say, oh, music is very high, make it low, correct? So you ask them to low it down. So high and low again are the terms which are used in the many different ways. With this, our exercise number 1 of the opposite words is over. I hope that you enjoyed solving this exercise, and I hope that it was add on to your knowledge which you are having regarding the opposite words. In the next lecture also we will have fun solving these exercises. I hope that you will be ready with your textbooks. For now, this is the end of our lecture. Take care of your health, of yourselves. Goodbye. Have a nice day.